People, listen up, man. Rap media's biggest industry plant, Bobbi Althoff, has been having a tough time as of lately, man. Moved to Hollywood, left her husband. Now she's getting carried out of clubs by BBCs, but that's not the point of this video, all right? Let's not get too nosy, man. If Bobbi want to get carried out of clubs by BBCs, that is her right. She's a single woman, man. But Bobbi, even though she's been having fun, it's the work that's giving her issues, all right? You see, Bobbi and Funny Marco has went on a comedy tour. Now, the comedy tour almost didn't happen because remember, a while back, Funny Marco said he ain't really want to work with Bobbi Althoff because she felt like she was condescending and being rude and mean to her guest.
It was kind of like it shifted because on my page she got introduced as, I don't know, like, but I want to know type of girl. Like, I don't know about this, but I want to know. And then now it's like, I don't know and I don't care. So now she give up that to Offset and stuff. Like, I know you're Offset, but I don't care. But with me, it was like, I think you're Funny Marco, but let me learn about you. So on my interview, it gave that open where she was like trying to figure me out. But now it's like the interviews, I think they're like, she's trying to shit on people. And when I watched the interview with Offset, I was like, damn, that was pretty bad to
Which
be like.
is why I don't like the style.
Yeah.
But isn't it your
But it didn't start off like that. No, I don't get people in my interview and try to like below them.
Yo, Bobbi was confused when she heard that Funny Marco clip because, she was like, what do you mean? Like, I have to actually act like I like these people? Like, I have to behave like I like them? Like, I think they're humans? Like, huh? So, Bobbi, after that Funny Marco clip and realizing, bro, like Funny Marco was uttering the sentiment that people in the culture was feeling, she sort of changed up her whole little shtick, right? Bobbi went from being condescending, rude, to actually smiling and acting like she wanted to be around these ninjas. Before Funny Marco, this clip would have never existed. Bobbi Althoff standing next to that ninja NLE Chopper, smiling, acting like she's having a good time. Now look at Bobbi, man, standing right there, bro, with them platypus cheeks poking out just a little bit, bro. Hey, shout out to Bobbi, man. Let's keep it funky, though. I'm Captain Hater, man. My audience, the people who watch me, I call them the Hater Squad, all right? We despise everyone. So I kind of like Bobbi when she was letting these ninjas know that they ain't shit.
Ashley, what's wrong with that? You're weirder than I thought you were.
That's a fact, for sure. You got no idea, honey.
Honey, are you like a 60-year-old man?
Oh, Lord have mercy. That was the peak of that Go Wild woman, letting these ninjas know that they ain't dirt, even if it's Drake. All right, now that's the Bobbi that I love. This new Bobbi, I could care less about. This new Bobbi smiling, right, being friendly, uplifting these ninjas, bro. I hate it, bro. Go back to letting these ninjas know that they are dirt. But the new leaf that Bobbi took in terms of how she conducts her interview actually worked out for her. Because it won over Funny Marco, they became friends again, and they resumed the tour they were supposed to do in the first place.
I want to share my side of the story.
But the tour apparently was very short-lived because Funny Marco got sick and tired of essentially telling Bobbi to talk, all right? See, Bobbi got used to doing the bare minimum on her podcast, and she thought a comedy tour was the same thing, right? Come on stage, act awkward, get some laughs, and go home. But it's not that simple. And Funny Marco apparently got agitated, tired, and upset very quickly that he was carrying the entire show on his back, and Bobbi wasn't doing a goddamn thing.
And now with the Bobbi tour, I love Bobbi to death. Bobbi's a good person. I feel like I did stand up before, and I'm still doing it. So I understand I'm learning how to entertain a crowd. And it's not the same thing that you get on Instagram. This is real life where people are going to look and they want the energy and they want the feeling. And I feel like Bobbi was stiff a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey, man, let's really, really work on this. Like, and I paid script writers, like, let's really get him a show. And where she told me, that's not me. Bobbi was like, my comedy is me not talking a lot. And I'm like, shit, this is different. Like, you can do that on the podcast, but in real life, this is different. So
she needs to be arrested. Lock her up and throw away the keys. Slavery is illegal, man. Bro, he was putting the show on his back for 40 days and 40 nights. And he asked her to carry one show because he needed a break. And she said, nah, boy, get back in the field. Oh, lock her up, bruh. See, that's Bobby problem, bruh. Bobby is trying to be slick, right, with folks who grew up in the hood, man. Hey, listen, when you grew up in a certain environment, bruh, like, you come across the craftiest, slickest, most unique, conniviest people ever. So Bobby is trying to run game and be slick, right, which is come, do about 2 minutes of work, have Funny Marco sweat, run it up on stage, bro, like a big back ninja, all right, taking it all, right, doing everything, right, bro. He's doing cardio for about an hour and 20 minutes, bro. Bobby come for 10 minutes, man, barely say anything, hop off stage, and she still gets paid the same amount. So she trying to run game with somebody from the hood, and he not going for it.
Her comedy was different from what she said, from what she wanted to bring to the show, which I can respect. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing about me getting mad. I'm not saying you're doing nothing wrong. I can't, but I just don't agree with it. I can feel like I don't agree with it. You feel me? The same way she probably don't agree with what I do. So you're not wrong for how you feel. But again, when people pay them tickets, and I just feel like, and I'm trying to put a production show together, and then you're not saying nothing, and I'm up there trying to talk, and I'm like, hey, Bobby, and you're just like this. It was just like, it was hurting me. Because I know people are paying their hard, like it could be their last money. It could be, they don't care about it. Like, I got the money. But again, if you don't pay to see something twice, I don't want to do it again. And I wanted it to get better, but Bobby was just in her ways of doing it how she wanted to do it. And I was in my ways to do it how I want to do it. So nobody's in the wrong when it comes to that. But on my end, to explain to y'all, I just wanted more out of Bobby. I wanted her to dance more. I wanted her to talk. And the audience was, believe it or not, a lot of people was coming to see her.
Bobby may act oblivious and green and not knowing, but Bobby is from the IE. She's from the Inland Empire, bruh. All right, if Bobby don't know nothing, she know one thing. She know what that ism and what that pimping about. And she found herself on, man. Funny Marco was on the blade working for Bobby. Bobby was showing up every night, right, like an overseer, collecting the check, right, while that funny ninja is running up and down them stage, bro, sweating for about 2 hours doing straight cardio and handing the money over to Bobby, bro. Straight pimping. Shout out to Bobby, man. Hey, listen, you can't hate the player, bro. Hate the game. Now, Bobby will respond back to Funny Marco claims, as to why he canceled the show. Now, mind you, Funny Marco was really nice about it. He didn't really throw Bobby under the bus. He said he still love her and she's great. But watch how Bobby sort of like escapes the character of the super nice, naive girl that she sets for herself, man. And watch Bobby get real catty.
Are you recording? All right, Marco. I guess this is how we're doing this now. I saw your video. Not gonna lie, I was a little shocked. So here's my version of what happened. Last year, we were supposed to go on tour, and I backed out last minute because my husband had just left me. I just had surgery, and I was super nervous going into this because I was not prepared.
Oh my God, how dare you? How dare y'all not cater to Bobby every needs and wishes? How dare the world not stop because Bobby went ahead and got some cosmetic surgery on her face?
Guys, I'm going to show you my face, but before I do, just know that I moved to LA like not that long ago, and before I moved here, I feel like I just looked pretty normal, and I kind of f***ed up my face. I was going in to get a zit injected with something to get it to go down, and before you knew it, I walked out. This is so embarrassing. Anyway, I want first to state that I'm fully aware I look ugly right now and that this is not a good look for me and that I'm never going to do this again. But let me just tell you, I'm impulsive and stupid because I'm like la-di-da-di-da, I'm gonna do this. So I went in to get my zit injected and I left with Botox in my forehead, which, that's fine, that's normal. I had lines here.
The way Bobby is about to talk about this surgery and try to demonize Funny Marco, you would think this was open heart surgery. You would think that Bobby got open heart surgery and she was really offended that Funny Marco unfollowed her, right, after she woke up from open heart surgery, bruh. All right, watch her try to demonize Funny Marco, and just keep that picture in mind, right, thinking, this may have been cosmetic surgery.
And I text Marco, and I said, Marco, I'm so sorry to do this, but I am so depressed right now. I literally want to myself. He doesn't reply to me. And then he unfollows me. I woke up from surgery actually to him unfollowing me. And not only that, in the coming weeks, he would go on multiple podcasts and talk about how much he didn't fuck with my style of humor. Fast forward some time, I'm in Vegas doing an interview, and he bumps into me, and I'm like, oh, hey, stranger. He's like, let's go on tour again. I'm like, all right, fine.
After hearing this story, I can't even feel bad for Funny Marco anymore. This man rescheduled an entire tour with Bobbi after Bobbi left him high and dry. Like, they announced the tour, began to sell tickets, had, like the Rock Nation contract, right? Had everything set up, and then she just canceled last minute and had everything fall apart, which is why Funny Marco was so mad. And then after all of that, right, you meet her by coincidence on a whim, and then you ask her to do the tour with you again. At that point, bro, you was asking for it, right? Anything bad that came along with that tour, bro, you was asking for it, right? Because God gave you a sign in the first place, right? God got her to cancel, and you went ahead and rebooked it.
Let's do it. During this tour, I'm trying my best. Every time I'm telling him, like, Marco, he's like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm like, Marco, I'm trying my best, but, like, it's hard for me to get out of my comfort zone of, like, I have social anxiety, like debilitating social anxiety. That's why this whole thing of me is not fully a character. I actually am socially awkward. I'm socially awkward. It's embarrassing. I don't want to be, so I lean into it. And I am doing my best on this stage. Our last show, I try my best to get out of my comfort zone. I drink a little, and I thought it went so well. I was like, Marco, I did everything you said. And, like, I actually felt really good about it. I felt like I really got out of my comfort zone. I really felt good about it. And he's like, yeah, you killed it. It was great. Fast forward a couple more weeks, and I hear from my team that he canceled it. And I'm like, what the hell? Marco canceled the show. Like, why? They're like, I don't know. So I'm, like, calling him. Doesn't answer me. I'm like, okay, congratulations on the baby. Doesn't answer me. He just won't answer me. But then he's tagging me in posts of Taylor Swift dancing and being like, that's Bobbi. And I'm like, okay, at least we're still cool. Fast forward to today, and I get tagged in a video of Marco standing by a pool talking to everybody about why he canceled the tour.
I'm not buying this I got extreme social anxiety so I can't talk and open up in front of people issue. Stop it. Nor am I buying, my comedy style is me just not talking as much. Stop it. Bobbi wanted a free ride, right? She wanted to profit off the labor of a good black man. I kid, obviously. All right, but Bobbi, listen, man, I'm not even mad at your game, bro. And you know why I know this was all a finesse and this is all an excuse? Because Bobbi immediately after announced that she's going on tour by herself. If your comedy style is you not talking as much, if you have social anxiety, as you say, which sort of like kept you back from fully, developing as a live podcaster / comedy host with Funny Marco, then how would you be able to hold a live comedy show tour by yourself? Or were you already capable, right? But you didn't because you wanted to sit back and collect a check and let Funny Marco do the work.
I don't know anything. Anyway, with all of that said, I'm going to go on my own tour since you don't want to go on tour with me anymore, and it's going to be funny. It's going to be great.
It sounds like a finesse, Bobbi. And honestly, Bobbi, if you want to go back to the glory days, man, go back to telling these ninjas they ain't shit. Right? I promise you, bro. Right? You gonna go back up. Let me know in the comment section, man. What do you guys think? All right? Is Bobbi's career going downhill fast? And if you're still watching, click on this video somewhere on my screen to find out how Mr. Beast just ended his career, right? I'm gonna see you guys in this video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.